jobs in Robert E. Bell Middle School in Chapacua, New York.
I'm Clara.
I'm Alice.
And I'm George.
Here's a look at some of the work that we've been doing this year.
One of our projects was lacto-fermentation. Fermentation is a process where bacteria breaks down carbohydrates and sugars into lactic acid. Lactic acid extends the shelf life of foods by making it harder for microorganisms to grow, and fermentation is different from pickling. Pickling uses an acid like vinegar in the brine from the start, and lacto-fermentation relies on bacteria to break down sugars and create the acid. Both processes preserve food.
First, we picked cucumbers, sliced and trimmed them. Then we made a simple brine using filtered water, pickling spices, kosher salt, garlic, and cloves. Then we poured the brine into glass jars, covered the jars loosely to allow gases to escape, and waited about a week. The pickles tasted delicious.
Why should we consider lacto-fermentation? It extends the shelf life of food, and the brine can also be used in some cooking. It is a natural process that does not require energy. It encourages local food production, and it can be a way to make nutritious food available to many. It is also affordable, and it can encourage community empowerment.
We also are in the process of experimenting with cross-pollination. Our goals are to achieve more efficient crop growth and quality using less energy. It would give us more control over the food we grow.
There are 3 different methods we are trying: using a brush to transfer the pollen between plants, using a cotton swab, and shaking plants. We are waiting until more of our plants flower to see how much we can achieve.
And here's our biggest challenge: how to get rid of aphids in our indoor hydroponics classroom. We noticed fluffy specks on the cucumber plants, and soon there was a giant population thriving in our room. Aphids can multiply very fast. They do not have to mate in order to reproduce. Female aphids are clones of their mother, and most aphids can be born pregnant. You see the graph how one aphid can become 100. Besides a nuisance in the classroom, what is their effect on plants? Aphids suck out leaves and extract honeydew, which is a sugary liquid, into leaves. The substance can attract other insects. Soon enough, sooty mold forms. The mold is a fungus that thrives on honeydew. The mold blocks light and prevents photosynthesis. This can lead to stunned plant growth and the death of the plant. We wondered how they could get inside the classroom, which is far from the entrances of school. Most likely, they came in through an open window. We had to keep our classroom windows open because there was an overactive heater and we needed to cool down the classroom. How can we deal with this? The school will not permit ladybugs indoors, and we won't use pesticides. We have tried manually removing them or spraying them with neem oil, a water mixture on leaves. Some lettuce plants have so many curls and places for them to hide that it doesn't completely solve the problem. We also tried companion planting, NFT, using marigolds, cilantro, and basil, which repel aphids. On the day we took these photos, lettuce plants next to more than one plant that repels aphids worked better than plants next to only one aphid-repelling plant. But since that day, we have become overrun with aphids again, so we have to figure out the next steps or a better solution.
Why did we choose these inquiries? To extend shelf life of food we grow, to give plants the best chance to survive, to encourage higher crop yield, and to look into ways to make more healthy food available to more people. Thank you for listening.